Good morning. Peace to you all. Beautiful day it is. Quick little piece of advice for like women. Every time I go to Walmart, I see a woman, right? In the parking lot, leaving the store and totally lost. Don't have a clue as to where her car is. Um they don't use the panic button, the lock button, the unlock. It's just they're like wandering. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. First off, that's a cool setup for a robbery. Secondly, it speaks volumes about your structure and organization in life, right? And then third, it's like, where were you when you parked? But listen, I ain't here to critique, right? Or this is just constructive criticism and a little bit of advice. Many of you are spending far too much time in the store, and when you leave, you lost your way. You spent so much time in that maze that you just don't know, you don't have your footing anymore, right? So maybe make a list, right? And park on the side where you're getting majority of your items. So if you have to go left to right, but majority of them are to the right, then park on the right. Or maybe make it where you only get things from like grocery side just for today, right? But no matter what, whatever side that you're going to spend most of your time, park on that side. And then when you go to that side, only aim for 3 rows, the same 3 rows each time, right? And then when you come out, you'll know, like, I can only be in these 3 rows on this side. That's process of elimination. Secondly, when you make that list, if you are a person who gets distracted easily, then do the beeline thing. Just go strictly for your products and don't look at anything else. Not clearance, not this big advertisement, not oh that's cute. You need soap, but you got 1 bar left. Don't go fucking with the soap because you have enough to make it through about at least another 2 weeks, unless you're on your period or something. When I go, I aim for the same parking spot each and every time. And if I can't get that one parking spot, I'll take the one in the front of it or to the left or the right of it. That way, if I ever go in there and some bad chick at the Wood Forest Bank is trying to get me to open an account and I allow her to distract me and I wind up in there for way more time than I expected, I'll know when I leave that Wood Forest, and my car is in that one aisle in that one parking spot or the one in front of it or the two next to it. That's something I do. And one thing I never ever do, and y'all may not ever want to do either, is park directly in the middle. Because when you park there, it's like saying you don't know which side you're going in, or you're just open to go in on either side. And it just leaves you in a dizzy mess when you leave the store. Because if you know you parked in the middle when you leave the store, if you just so happen to leave on the side that you did not enter, it throws you off. Because the middle parking spaces, if you ever look at them, they're not directly centered with the store. They're a little offset. If you ever look at them, one is a little more geared to the left and one is a little more geared to the right, right? And so for a long time, I spent a lot of time going to just groceries. So I would just park on the side just to not have to deal with all of that traffic and all of the madness. But I stopped parking on the side. I can't tell you why, but I do know how to navigate well through Walmart. Now, for the mall, that may be a little different because a lot of us don't spend a lot of time at the mall, but I do aim for the same rows at the mall because most of the malls that I go to are super crowded. And so I try to park up against like the sidewalk or the back wall. If none of that works for you and you just always lost, at least have a newer model car that has the panic button and you just walk slowly while you keep pressing that button until you hear beep, beep. Being lost in the parking lot is a panic situation, but if it isn't, you definitely want to recover your car before you just go roaming around. Like most Walmarts have mad homeless people and a whole lot of undesirable people living in the fucking parking lot. Why you want to be roaming around where people are broke and have their hands out? If you ain't feeling their hands, in a lot of cases, that begging hand will turn into an assaultive hand, and they will come at you strikingly. And you don't want to be a victim to any of that. Even if you have a gun or pepper spray, why would you even want to have to resort to any of that? So peace to you all. I'll come to you with resolution and correction. I mean, it's a conversation starter, but it's one that'll leave a person imbalanced because a woman will take it like, why he watching my movements? Why he is just but I know the face. I know that look of like that uncertainty. And it's just like to me it's like it's an opening act for a good joke. But for a woman, it's like, why are you studying me? Why are you stalking me? And I'm like, I'm not neither of those things. It's just I see you, man, and I wish I could help you, but In the meanwhile, hey, how's it going? You want some help? What kind of car is it? Because I bet I could find it quicker than you could. It's your own car. But I'm just like, I'm a car guy, so I will find it. I wouldn't want that for my own woman or my mom or my sister, but my mother and sister, fortunate enough for them, they park in the handicap spots, so ain't no roaming around for them. You need help in those parking lots. First off, try not to go to the store so much. Really make you a list. Make sure that you always park on the same side, or that you just make note of where you parked so that you can narrow it down when you leave. And also make sure that you leave on the side of the store that you parked at. Always go in on the grocery side and then venture out, or always go in on the pharmacy side. And all these things can help you. So while I'm not bashing y'all, it just like it's crazy as hell seeing somebody come out of a store and like not know where their car is. That's like not knowing where the fuck your children are. And a lot of y'all hoes don't be knowing where your children at either. Especially the brown community. Like we're black, so you know who the brown community is. Every time I see them in the store, like their children are like a Soul Train line behind. I'm like, yo, dog, this is America. I'm too sure if you know what's going on around here. But like people ain't just creeps anymore. Like they're professional creeps. They made careers of this shit. Anyway, peace to you all. Hope you can find your car. If not, hey, shit, just walk around. But hey, won't be me.